Hello everyone, Elias5891 here with another KTANE module tutorial. This time we're covering the Monsplode trading card module. This one is edgework heavy, so we're going to start by grabbing that, and then we'll kind of look over how this works. This is going to be an easy one actually. We have a serial number of Z Mike 1, Mike Bravo 8. We have 3 batteries and 2 holders. Oops. Yeah, 3 batteries, 3 holders. We have 2 DVIs, an RCA, and an RJ. Now this is Monsplode trading card. This is based on trading cards. I mean, it's kind of built into the name. You, on the left, have 3 cards of your own. Somebody wants to trade you one of theirs. You have to decide if theirs is more valuable than yours. If yours is more valuable, you're going to keep them. Otherwise, you're going to trade one away, your worst one. And as you go through, it's got lots of the Monsplodes. Doesn't have all of them. You've got normals. You've got specials that have bigger pictures and some weird text with them. You've got shiny or foil cards. You've got cards that are damaged. You've got cards with different rarities. Lots of things to look at on this one. Let's focus on this module up here. On your Monsplode card, you have a few pieces of information that, as the diffuser, you will need to give to your expert. They will need to know the name of the Monsplode, Glorium. They will need to know the print version, that is this here, H9 in this case. They will need to know the rarity. This is a black star. That's a rare, but you probably won't know that at first. But you'll need to tell them what this is. It's black star. You will need to tell them if it's shiny, if it's foil. This one is not. And you'll need to tell them how many bent corners it has. For example, this one has none, this one has 2. You're going to give that information for all 3 of your cards, as well as for the card being offered. And then they're going to do some calculations. So let's pass that information along. I'm going to leave a little space to the left for some calculations. And let's tell our expert. We have Glorium. Glorium is H9. Black star. Hollow. No corners. No corner. Hollow. Let's move on down. Next up, we have Asterin. Asterin is I1, black circle, no corners, and hollow. Next, I keep calling them hollow. The manual calls them foil. Those who play trading card games know those two sometimes go together. My apologies. We have Nibs. G4, black diamond, 1 corner, and we are being offered Violin. Violin is C9, black star, 2 corners. Alright, so how do we find the values of these cards? How do we know if we want to trade? Well, first off, we need the initial value. We're going to use the initial value reference table, the Monsplode's name, and the format of the first 2 characters of the serial. So if we look, we have Z Mike, letter. So we're going to look in the letter format. It's the XX format. So we'll come to this page. We're going to be looking for this bomb in the XX format. So let's go ahead and get these starting values for all 4 of our Mons. We have Glorium. Glorium is a 5. That card is going to be pretty nice. Asterin is a 2. That doesn't sound promising. Nibs is a 3, and Violin is also a 3. So that's that first step done. That's getting your initial value. Next, we're going to adjust the card's value, and I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead to one thing really important. And that's right here. If the print version's numeral is equal to the alphanumeric value of its letter, the card is fake, has 0 value, you're done. So examples, A1, B2, C3, D4, any of that, the card is fake and you don't need to do anything. I believe here on our example here, yes, this meerkat here, which is nice and shiny, F6. F is the sixth letter. This is a fake. This has no value. I can tell you right now we're going to trade this card. See? So be on the lookout for fakes like that. Something you need to be on the something you need to keep in mind. That throws out the entire Monsplode card. But other than that, for each indicator on the bomb that contains the letter of the print version, well, in this case we have no indicators. But let's say we had an IND and a CAR. Then the IND would affect this one, the CAR would affect this one. If there had been indicators, and it had the letter on the print version, we add 1 to the value if it's lit, subtract 1 if it's unlit. Easy peasy. Next, if the bomb has no batteries, keep the current value. Not the case. Otherwise, and we've got 3 conditions. The numeral is greater than the number of batteries, the numeral is less than the number of batteries, or otherwise, which would be the numerals equal to the number of batteries. So, if the numeral of the print number, 9149, is greater than the number of batteries, greater than 3, we're going to add 1. So 9 is greater than 3, we're going to add 1 to Glorium. 1 is not. 4 is greater than 3, we'll add 1 to Nibs. 9 is greater than 3, we'll add 1 to Violin. If the numeral is less, then we subtract 1. This is the only one we haven't done Astron. 1 is definitely less than 3, so we're going to drop 1 value. So that goes from 2 to a 1. That covers this step. Last, we find the multiplier. Use the rules below, and we're going to look up the rarity symbols. Commons are worth 1, uncommons are 1.25, rares are 1.5, and ultra rares are 1.75. That's right here in the table. Then, if it's foil, we're going to add 0.5, and for every bit corner, we're going to subtract a quarter. So for Glorium, we have a black star. That's 1.75. No, I'm sorry, that's 1.5 for rare, for the black star. But it's also holographic, so we add 0.5 to that 1.5. So we get a multiplier of 2 for Glorium. That is a huge multiplier. 6 times 2 is going to give us a whopping value of 12. I feel confident we're going to keep that card for the whole module. Astron, poor Astron. It's a black circle. Black circle is a multiplier of 1. No bent corners, but it is foil. It is holographic foil. Since it's foil, we are going to add 0.5 to that, making the multiplier 1.5. So we have 1 times 1.5 gives us, what a surprise, 1.5. Alright, Nibs. Nibs has a black diamond. That's uncommon. Uncommon multiplier is 1.25. But we also have a bent corner, so we're going to reduce that by a quarter, which is going to knock it back to 1. 4 times 1 is 1. Last up is Violin. Black star is rare. Rare gives us a 1.5, but we have 2 bent corners. 2 bent corners reduces it by a quarter each, so that's 1.25 and then 1.0. Our multiplier here is 1.0. We have a 4 here. So now we ask ourselves the question. Do all of our cards have a higher value than this card at the bottom? The answer is no. Since it doesn't, we want to get rid of our crappiest card. So which of these has the lowest value? Well, that's this Astron here. So our instruction to our diffuser is going to be trade Astron. So we're going to scroll through. We're going to find the poor foil Astron is just sucky. We're going to trade it. Now, by trading it, we're actually going to trade it. So notice the Violin here, when I hit trade, jumps over to the left side. Violin is now one of our 3 cards. We've traded. So, that's 1 phase down. We got to do it 2 more times. We should know that we know the left stuff. It doesn't change. We still have Glorium, we still have Nibs, and now we have Violin to go with it. So of these, we know that these actually tie for the bottom, so we could trade either one of them, or we're going to keep. But what are we going up against? As the diffuser will tell them, we have a Zapra. Zapra is Echo 7, Black Circle, 1 corner. Well, we look up. Let's go through the steps again. Initial value, Zapra. That's a 3. E7. It's not a fake. No indicators to match. The numeral is greater than the number of batteries, so we're going to add 1. That brings it up to 4. Multiplier, black circle. Black circle is common. Common is a 1, but we have a bent corner, so we reduce that by a quarter. So we're actually going to multiply this one by 0.75, which gives us a total of 3. Are all of our cards better than that? They are this time, so we don't want the Zapra. We're going to keep our cards. Keep. Last up, Monsplode. Monsplode is a B5. Black star, no corners. So, we look up Monsplode to start. Monsplode is a 2. I had high hopes for you, Monsplode. No indicators. B5. 5 is greater than the number of batteries. So we're going to add 1. Makes it a 3. Actually, Black Star is rare. Rare is a multiplier of 1.5. No corners, so we're going to multiply 3 times 1.5. And that gives us 4.5. Guess what, Violin? You do not make the cut. Since at least one of our cards since at least one of our cards does not beat his card, we have to trade. We trade our lowest. That's going to be either Violin or Nibs. I don't like the jellyfish, so I'm going to trade Violin. We trade Violin. And we're done. We'll do one more on this bomb, then we're going to get another bomb, because edge work's really important on this. We've already done a stage on this one, so let's do this one. We have, and I'm going to make a smart decision. Notice here. Let's go to the beginning, actually. We have Violin, G1, Black Diamond, no corners. We have Eliott, E4, Black Diamond, 2 corners. Now here, H8, we have a fake Melbor, the web bug, and we are trading for Cadram, G2, White Star, no corners, foil. That's going to have a decent value, I think. I don't even need to calculate values. That 0 Melbor is not beating anything, so we can go ahead and trade it. Trade Melbor. Which means we now have the Cadrium. Next up, we have Zenlad, C1, White Star, 2 corner, foil. That one's going to be a mess. Alright, let's get our initial values. We haven't changed bombs, so we're still in letter. Violin is 3. Eliott is 3. Cadarium is 2. Zenlad is 4. No indicators, so we skip that step. Batteries. Remember, if it's greater, we add 1. If it's less, we subtract 1. If it's the same, we add 2. 1 is less, so we're going to reduce that by 1. 4 is greater. We're going to increase that by 1. Cadrium, 2 is less, subtract 1. 1 is less, subtract 1. Next, Multiplier. Black Diamond, uncommon, 1.25. No corner changes, so we're going to do 2 times 1 1/4 gives us 2.5. Eliott, Black Diamond, uncommon is 1.25, but 2 bent corners, so we're going to drop that from 1.25 to 0.75. 4 times 0.75 is going to give us a 3. We have some crappy cards this time in comparison to last time. Cadrium, White Star is ultra rare. That's a 1.75. No bent corners, and it's foil, so we're going to add another 0.5 to that. We're multiplying by 2.25. Unfortunately, 1 times 2.25 is only 2.25. And Zinlad, also a White Star, also starting at 1.75. We're going to gain 0.5 for the foil. We're going to lose 0.5 for the 2 corners. So we're doing 3 times 1.75. We're not really changing that. And that's going to give us 5 1/4. So, do all of our cards beat 5 1/4? No, in fact, none of them do. What's our weakest one? Cadrium. Trade Cadrium. Done. Now we have the Zinlad here. New card. Zinlad. G4. White Star. 1 corner. Well, let's see. Zinlad, we looked up a minute ago. That's a 4. No indicators. We have more than the number of batteries. 4 is bigger than 3, so that becomes a 5. White Star is going to give us a multiplier of 1.75. 1 corner is going to drop it to 1.5, but that's still giving us a 7.5 total. So we get rid of our weakest one again. That's Violin. And we're done with this one. That's Monsplode. We'll back out. I'll give you one more, so we will blank the screen for a moment. Get that out of here. Alright. Clear that. Clear that. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and give you just the first stage of 1, and we'll run from there. And I will go ahead and write the edge work. I do enjoy my edge work being done quickly and efficiently. We have 2 batteries in 1 holder. We have 1 indicator this time. We have an unlit SIG. We have some ports, but ports don't matter, so I'm going to keep those to myself because there's a lot of them. And we have a serial number of EK5GF1. Alright, I'm going to read to you. Let's make sure that there's no fakes in 1. I want to make an interesting one. This will be fine. Our cards. We have a Nibs. I8, India 8. Black Diamond, no corners. Aluga the Fighter. Charlie 6, C6, White Star, 1 corner, and Magmi, Delta 5, D5, Black Circle, 1 corner. We are trading for Asterin. Asterin is Delta 2, D2, Black Star, 1 corner. Go ahead and pause the video, and then we'll pop back in and see what we end up with. Alright, I'm going to write these out. We had Nibs, I8, Black Diamond, no corners. We had, and I'll go ahead and show this on screen again now. There's our Nibs. We have Aluga the Fighter, C6, White Star, 1 corner. Magmi, D5, a Black Circle, a 1 corner, and we're trading for Asterin, D2, Black Star, 1 corner. EK, so we again are in letter mode, letter. So we're going to do our lookups here. Whoops, did not mean to zoom out that much. That's too far. Alright, Nibs. Nibs is going to give us a 3 to start. Aluga the Fighter is going to give us a 6 to start. Magmi a 4. Asterin a 2. I feel good about our shots at keeping what we have initially. Now, we didn't have to do this before, but this time we do. For each indicator on the bomb that contains the letter of the print version. I. Oh, we do have an I in our indicator. It is unlit, so we're going to reduce the value by 1. No C and no D in the indicators. Now let's look at batteries. If it's more, we add 1, less subtract 1, equal add 2. So 8 is higher than 2, we're going to add 1. 6 is higher than 2, we're going to add 1. 5 is higher than 2, we're going to add 1. 2 is equal to 2, so we're going to add 2. Now let's get our multiplier. For nibs, we add black diamond. That's uncommon, that's 1.25. Nothing else, no corners, so it's just 3 times 1.25, which gives us 3.75. Luga the Fighter, White Star, ultra rare. That's 1.75, but we do have a corner bent, so we're going to drop that down a quarter to 1.5. 7 times 1.5 is a very impressive 10.5. Magmi, black circle, 1 corner. Black circle is common, that's a 1, minus a quarter. So we're multiplying 5 by 0.75. So we're going to drop that one all the way down from a 5 to a 3.75. We have a tie, interesting. Astron, B2, we had a black star, that's rare. Rare is 1.5. 1 corner is going to drop it to 1.25. 1.25 times 4 is going to give us 5. So, do all of our cards beat 5? No, they don't. Which one is lowest? We have a tie, so we get to choose. I'm already on Magmi, so let's pick Magmi. Trade Magmi. Magmi is traded. Let's go ahead and finish this one up, and we'll call it. My new card option is Lanoluff. Close enough. Lanoluff. B6, black diamond, 2 corners, foil. Lanoluff. Lanoluff is a 2. Ooh. Not a good start, Lanoluff. B, not in any indicator. 6, higher than the number of batteries, so we add 1. That becomes a 3. Black Diamond gives us uncommon. Uncommon is 1.25. 2 corners reduces it by 0.5. Foil raises it by 0.5, so that cancels out. We're still at 1.25 times 3, gives us 3.75. Now this is a part that tricks people. Do all of our cards beat that? No, they do not. So we have to trade our weakest one, that is nibs. In case your lowest ties theirs, you must trade. That's why maybe you'll have a fake. You know you can trade it, because even if they also have a fake, you have to trade if you tie your lowest for what they have. So we're going to trade nibs. So we have Lanoluff. We lost nibs. We still got 3.75 as our lowest, so Lanoluff will be what we trade potentially. We have Bob the Ancestor. Bob the Ancestor. F4. White star, 1 corner. Bob the Ancestor starts at 5. F is not an indicator, so we don't change for the indicator rule. Number higher than the number of batteries, so we increase by 1. That's 6. White star is going to give us a 1.75. Minus 0.25 for the corner gives us times 1.5. I mean, it's 9, but I don't really need to do the calculation. That's definitely bigger than 3.75. Trade Lanoluff. And we're done. And that, my friends, is how you go through Monsplode trading cards. It looks very intimidating. And admittedly, some of the multiply by 0.75, 1.25 at the end can be a little daunting sometimes. Plus, the more indicators you have, obviously, the more complicated the number there can get. One thing we did not hit on that I do want to mention, it does say so right here. Boop. If the card goes into the negatives, it's a 0. You can't have a negative valued card. They're just worthless. If there are multiple cards, please value trade any of them. We saw that. And remember, you only keep if all of your cards beat it. In case of a tie, you must trade. So that's it for this one. So thank you so much for watching. Oh look, we have a fake. Let's trade this one. Nope, this one. Notice if you do get a strike on a trade, you still actually do the trade. You just don't advance toward completion. I thought that was interesting and worth mentioning. But no. Huh. So that's it for me, guys. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Don't explode. And leave any comments you have below. Thanks, guys.